Hey everybody, welcome to Authors and Dragons Digicon 2020. Yay!
Yay!
You could look more excited. I mean, Steve
I'm
can't
excited.
because he's British, but goddamn, Rick, fake it a little.
I
Pretend,
was watching the Facebook to make sure it actually started playing.
I think
pretend like you're
it's
a
just
senior prom
this-
date, Rick. Fake it.
This is just my fucking face, okay?
I don't
Oh,
want to
shit.
know what your fucking face looks
Joe's wearing his fucking face. Everybody get down.
like. We're doomed.
Assume the position.
It's going to be
So
a
we want to
broken
thank you
redwood in his
guys
front
for
yard
joining
today.
us. We've got some great content planned for you over the next 2 days. 2 days? Yeah, 2 days.
2 days.
That's
It's-
how long a weekend is.
Today is March 678th, 2020. And this is the 5-year anniversary of Authors and Dragons uploading our very first episode.
Holy shit. You mean I started this when I was 24?
Oh.
And the 10th anniversary of Rick flunking third grade math. So yeah, that little thing that we thought might go on for 6 months and we swap a few readers here and there. 5 years later, you guys are watching us be stupid on the internet again. So we want to thank you.
Again.
We want to thank you. We really wish that we could be with you all in person, except you. You suck.
Fuck you.
But most of you, we really wish we could be with you in person. And we absolutely hope that we will be able to be with you next year at Authors and Dragons Con Live 2021 at the Gaylord Opryland Hotel in Nashville, Tennessee.
Woo!
And those dates are on our website. You can get that right now. The room block code will be going live on Monday. So you can start reserving your rooms for next summer Monday. I swear I'll
crossed.
send you the fucking email.
Except for you, Mark. Fuck you, Mark.
Fuck you, Mark.
Now it's an A and B
So-
party.
In case anybody doesn't know who these fuckers are, we're going to go around the room and introduce ourselves. So I'm John Hartness. I am the founder and publisher of Falstaff Books, and I write the Quincy Harker Demon Hunter series, the Black Knight Chronicles, the Bubba the Monster Hunter series, and the occasional shingles, including Snatched, Grandma Annie and the Cooter of Doom, a lovely family-focused tale about a boy and his grandmother's vagina. So, Rick, how are things where you are? Is the Black Knight Chronicles?
Things here in lovely New Jersey are, well, New Jersey, so it sucks. But my name is Rick Gualtieri, and, I play Silas Kane / the Arrow of the Gods, and I really should have been, I'll have to grab one of my Arrow of the Gods masks for later on, and don't worry, Rick will be safe. But in real life,
Damn
I write the Toma Bill series, the Bill of the Dead series, the Hybrid of High Moon series, the Crypto Hunter series, as well as several shingles, including my personal favorite, Jizz World. A lovely tale about... Actually, I do think somebody's grandmother is in there. What happens to her? Well, you have to read to find out.
God damn it.
Take it away, Steve.
Has any of us written a shingles where it ends well for the grandma? I don't think so. But hi, I'm Steve Weatherall. I play Brandon Fymaster on the podcast, and in real life I write the Doomsayer Journeys with Falstaff Books. I also write some other books, all of which are available for 99 cents on Amazon at the moment. Shoot the Dead, Far Into the Dark, and various shingles titles. The most recent of mine is called The Shingling. If you like The Shining, allow me to ruin that for you. I'm going to throw to Joe.
Hi, I'm Joseph Brassi. I play the role of Bjorg Bjornsson, the enthusiastic and violent barbarian on the podcast. I wrote on the Mongoliad books. I have 2 novels out from Angry Robot Books, Skyfarer and Dragon Road. I am, in theory, working on a shingle story called Necromancers, which is about a group of young women attempting to save their friend from a vampiric frat house. That's about it from me. Take it away, Bob.
Hello, friends. My name is Robert Bevan. I play the role of Klaus Richter, the glorious rogue. This is Ron Weasley Jeremy. In real life, I write the Caverns and Creatures series of comedy, fantasy novels, and short stories, starting with the first book, Critical Failures. I also write a few of the Shingles books, including Ghost of Hooker Alley, Terror on Hypo Beach, It Came From My Butthole, Wax On, Wax Off, Welcome to Camp Crystal Meth, Curse of the Three-Eyed Squid, That Time of the Month, Stay Gnome, Stranger's Thing, Haunting of Whorehouse, Alien vs. Ass, and the latest, Thicker Than Blood.
You had to have that written down. There's no way you remember that shit.
When you say it out loud like that, it just, I don't know. What have you done?
What have we done?
What have you unleashed on the world?
Well, one of us is sitting in his garage with his hand up a weasel's butt,
Only one of us.
and the rest of us are day drinking. So
I'm not day drinking yet. I'm saving that for the podcast.
All day, it's convention rules, man. All day is the podcast.
Oh, right.
Oh, well.
I guess that brings it to me.
These.
I am.
it does.
Woo! I am
yes,
Drew
Drew.
Hayes, author of books such as Superpowers, NPCs, Secondhand Curses, Fred the Vampire Accountant, Forging Hephaestus, 5-Minute Sherlock, more from the Spell, Swords, and Stealth series, Corpies. Oh man, there's also Underqualified Advice and Other Abuse and Distraction, Pairs and Perils. Oh man, and I'm just trying to stick to the ones I have on sale right now. Yeah, I think that's everything on sale at the moment. Yeah, I write a lot. I am normally the DM for this podcast. I have also done some shingles such as Aliens Rectar Kegger, Slaughter on Giggletime Mountain, and the upcoming Action Cadabra. For anyone who's wondered what would happen if you put a magician in a murder martial arts tournament. I might have just been me. Might have just been
No, I wonder that every day, just for the record.
Just I gotta know.
I mean,
Well, you'll find out in
sure
September.
that was the plot of I'm pretty sure that was the plot of a WCW pay-per-view in like 2001.
I mean, if not,
That's
it
just a
should have been.
nerd getting his ass kicked.
Oh, and on the Facebook right now, not only do we have FU Mark, but we have Silent Vin Diesel saying nothing.
And not even
rough.
commenting, because prick.
As he's
So-
contractually obliged.
Silent
have-
Diesel. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, if whatever you were going to say was funny, hit it.
Oh, I was just gonna say Silent Vin Diesel isn't saying anything, but he's thinking protein.
Probably.
That's funny. I wasn't saying anything, and I was thinking protein shake for Silent Vin Diesel, but
And
Maybe
speaking
that's-
of protein, did I mention I wrote a shingles called Jizz World?
You have just ruined his protein shake.
ha! Pretty sure we just created it. But anyway. So we've got some awesome programming for you guys this afternoon. All of these times are in Central U.S. time. So for those of you who aren't in Chicago, that means it's now a few minutes after noon, as opposed to those of us who think it's 1 in the afternoon.
There are other places in the country other than the East Coast. I don't really acknowledge them, but there are other places.
And we're definitely not
Well,
driving this home
you
because
too.
several of us almost screwed up the start time or anything like that.
Not
No.
a bit. Nope. None of us woke up in a cold sweat or thought we were skipping lunch or rushed taking a dump or anything. By the way, I gotta go.
There's a reason this background is digital, man.
Just
just
mute
a-
when you flush.
There's just a shit-smeared toilet behind Steve.
Or under Steve.
Under Steve.
So at 1 o'clock Central, we're going to have Cards Against Humanity, where actually it's all bad cards, not
The
cards.
legal
It's
bad.
not. It's very specifically not Cards Against Humanity. It's a completely different product.
For legally distinct purposes.
It's Cards Against Inhumanity.
Yeah.
So
It's the very nice
we'll
version.
have several of our cast members, several of our frequent guests, and one homeless guy that I found passed out in my backyard. And we'll all be coming on at 1 o'clock Central Time to play All Bad Cards, which may feel like Cards Against Humanity, but it's very different.
It's definitely not.
Very distinct.
It has nothing in
Then-
common.
At 2 o'clock Central, Steve and Drew and me and Rick are going to be on Adventure Brodeo playing a video game.
It's going to be a very
Badly.
special Adventure Brodeo. We are breaking out of format a little bit. We're going to try something other than World of Warcraft. I know, it's terrifying. Everyone hates change, but we're bringing in extra talent to make it okay. So, it's going to be a very
So
fun,
Rick and I are
special
off the
Brodeo.
hook. You found talent.
No. That's what we call you. You know, it's the slang. It's as opposed to the people who have to do it.
Oh.
Talent sounds nicer.
Okay.
Yay! I think that's the first time anybody's called me talent.
Yeah,
Probably
it's
the
not
last
the first
time,
time it's not the first time I've used the word in a derogatory fashion. Then
I'll start
at
playing.
3 o'clock, we've got some of our favorite narrators to talk about what it means to create an audiobook and how they go about it and what they do when they're locked in very small booths inside their house for hours at a time. You'll be able to hear from the voices of Superpowers, the voices of Quincy Harker, the voice of the Bill the Vampire.
Wrong guess, John. Voice of Fred.
God damn it. Voice of Fred.
In other words, these are the fuckers who somehow make us sound good.
Yes,
Yes.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although, I'll just tease it now since John gave it away. You will get to hear the voice of Superpowers on an upcoming side quest, but that's not part of this con. That's something a little special you'll get down the line. So if you haven't already subscribed to Authors and Dragons, what an excellent opportunity this presents.
See, that was all intentional. Really. It was.
Totally.
And then at 4 o'clock Central, we've got a live Authors and Dragons episode
All right.
where, since it's live, you
TPK.
get to see exactly how much we fuck up when we play and why we edit this shit.
Yeah,
And
you guys will
I
get
try
all
to
the
make
dead
these
space.
live games streamlined.
Basically, it's an hour of us
We
going, "Where's
managed
that
to
on my
fuck it
character
all
sheet?"
up.
Pretty much.
I don't know my character sheet.
And then when we're done, we're going to do a power hour Q&A where we all get drunk. I'm sure there's some other great deep meaning to it all, but I had Amazon deliver booze to my house specifically for this, so
Oh shit! I didn't know Amazon did booze delivery. Fuck, that changes everything.
yeah, Prime now has beer and wine, and
Ooh,
frankly,
God damn you, Jeff Bezos.
frankly, Joe, they do 2-hour delivery windows. If you order now, you can have it for the game.
Oh,
Do
what
they
an
have
age
good
we live in.
booze?
I got Angry Orchard, so at
I
least
assume they have the
mediocre.
booze available in your area.
Yeah, that's true. I can see.
I don't
Joe,
know.
Joe, you got to order enough so that we get the same reaction from your Amazon guy as we got from that guy at the hotel last year.
Oh, that's a bit of deep lore for all the folks who've been following us for the various A&D cons. We've done a few at Con Carolinas where we ordered a tremendous amount of booze. And then last year, Vegas!
Yeah, we didn't need to do a giant booze order because the entirety of the hotel was a booze order.
Yeah,
And
Thank
yet
you,
we
Steve.
still
But
did some booze orders. Well, I
that
did.
poor Bell guy, he was terrified.
Oh yeah. I remember the look on his face when we just like started hauling things off. We had a luggage carrier that was filled up with booze, and it was like creaking.
I will try to
That
post the
luggage carrier looked
photo
uncomfortable.
to the Facebook later on. I think I still have it, but the part I remember about it was somebody wasn't with us when we brought the booze up, and then later on, our bellboy started telling that person about the ridiculous amount of booze.
I think that was me.
I think that was you, Bevan. Yeah, you got it with the bell. He's like, "You're not going to believe how much booze these people bought."
Oh, I believe it.
Yeah. That was. Yeah, that
Look
happened.
familiar, buddy.
Oh, that was a thing.
All right.
Well, how about this? We got people commenting on the Facebook. We have FU Mark there. We have a whole bunch of people. We have Lisa who's saying she's plowing through your Fred series, Drew.
Oh, awesome!
And,
I hope you're enjoying it.
So if you're on the Facebook right now, because it's hard for us to watch the YouTube at the same time because there's some feedback issues. But if you're on the Facebook and you have some questions for us, now is a good time to ask.
And I will say I am watching the Facebook comment stream, or not. I'm watching the YouTube comment stream, so we see you folks as well. So if you guys want to throw in, I can voice for that.
Awesome.
I'm watching neither.
Oh, and keep an eye open to my page and also the A&D page because I do. Me and my co-author Rachel, who I forgot to mention earlier, we do the False Icon series. We have a cover reveal we're going to share with you guys today.
Speaking of the YouTube,
author Rachel Carr.
Sorry, real quick. Speaking of the YouTube, I wanted to call out Robert Oropeza, who donated $10 to us, which I didn't know was a thing we could do.
Really?
On YouTube.
I didn't either.
Robert, you are our favorite person now.
So thank you, and we genuinely didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah. So Robert, if you'd like us to say fuck you to you on the podcast, just let us know.
Yeah. Reach out anytime.
We say fuck you to Mark for free, but
well, not anymore. Now we know we can charge.
Jesus, that changes
whole new
fucking
doors being
everything.
opened.
The world. We do want to say we have had folks ask. There is no monetary cost to any of this Digicon stuff. We are putting it all out there. There will be some involved portions. We've got some games and stuff going on, and for that we are going to reach to our Discord for potential guests and everything, because that's just the way a Patreon and a Discord works. And if you'd like to join before that happens, patreon.com/authorsandragons. We have a very active, wonderful Discord community. We would love for you to come join us. But for the Digicon itself, totally free. But if you are watching on Facebook, one little warning. Because of the way the system was set up, only the live event is going to be streamed to you folks. You'll have to click over to the YouTube for every other segment. So just something to keep in mind. We are going to be putting as much out across platforms as we can, but there are some tech limitations we just kind of have to straddle.
Yeah. So if you're in doubt and you don't see something on the Facebook, go to the YouTube because it probably is released there.
100%.
Yeah.
And if you haven't
That's
already
there
clicked
anyway.
the bell to get notified, you should do that because then when we make things live, you'll get notified. See?
Is that how that
bell.
works?
Smash that bell.
Love us. We
Smack
demand your
them.
love.
Ding, 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 ding.
Just stand there and ring the devil's doorbell.
That's a
Well, you can't see below my waist. I'm doing that right now.
that's a different tier.
Yes, if there's a new Patreon tier where I turn my my camera and put it in widescreen mode. As we watch our numbers just drop to zero.
There's a higher tier where Rick wears one of those crazy full body suits so you can see none of him.
AKA, I just turn off my camera.
Oh yeah, that's probably easier.
When we turn off the camera, that's when you know the goodness is starting. We did have someone
There's a
ask-
higher level tier. There's a higher. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, we had someone ask if there will be designated times to stop and grab a beer. Yeah, there will be a little bit of break between each one. That seems like a good one to touch on that. A few minutes between for you to grab a beer, for us to, hit the liquor store, throw on a ski mask, steal some profits to keep this thing afloat, and be back in time for the next segment.
Also, and here's a hint, the stuff that's pre-recorded, you can pause. I know.
Oh my god!
Never
Well,
thought of that.
I've had so much
way
caffeine.
to break the immersion of a live event.
But on YouTube, on Facebook, our friend Daniel says he's excited to hang with us all this weekend, and he wants to thank us for providing tons of laughs during this crazy ass time.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Oh,
No problem.
We're more than welcome.
speaking of Daniels,
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah,
we just
thanks
got
for
10 bucks from a
coming out and
Daniel Bumbarger as well. So thank you to another Daniel, since Rick gave me an 8 there.
This con is already like 200% more profitable than I thought it was going to be.
I think it's already beating last year.
It's all. We haven't even finished the intro, and we've made back enough to pay for Steve's fun digital background software.
Let's see. Our friend Troy asks, "Is Rick going to spin in place and turn into the arrow of the gods?" Quite possibly. And our friend Walter
Depends on
asks,
what we get him to
"Bob,
sit on and spin.
is it hotter than Satan's taint in that garage?"
No. Satan's taint's pretty hot against the tongue.
The answer was
Pretty
somehow
hot, though.
worse than a yes or no.
Oh, we got
Now-
a good one from another Daniel. This is not all live. Probably good to just explain this part at least once. No, so everything we are doing is all featuring A&D or A&D friends, etc. But in order to make this viable and not be trying to stream back to back constantly with our, let's be generous here and say, limited tech experience.
Yeah.
We've been prepping for this for a few months. We have pre-recorded several segments that are scheduled in between the live ones, so they will be premieres. They will be all new content, nothing that anyone has seen before. That includes Patreons, Discord, etc. This is all premiere. But in order to not set ourselves up for catastrophe, it is not all live. It is live, and then when we have prepared premiere, and then live, and so forth. So just a bit of a stagger in order to give us some stable footing and everyone time to set up each new live segment. And since I'm already droning on this long, I'll go ahead and throw in, we got another donation from Eleven Notion. Then they said, put this toward Joe's beer run fund. So Joe, you've got $10 at least for beer right now.
Okay, all right. And I'm in the Pacific Northwest, in the land of craft breweries, so that should buy me about half of one porter.
I was going to ask, how many Daniels do we have watching? Because it seems we got a lot of Daniel comments and donations here.
They're actually all just one Daniel.
There's
There's only
one
there's
Daniel
only-
running a dozen accounts.
The International
Well, there's-
Society of Daniels.
It's like Craig. There's only actually one Craig in the world. Well, no, that's not entirely correct. There can be only one Craig. Every time two Craigs meet, they have to fight.
Oh, see,
Given almost every Craig I've ever met, I'm good with that rule.
Yeah, I hate to say it. I know a couple of Craigs that if somebody threw him in a ring with a one knife and said fight to the death, I'd be okay with that.
Yeah,
Nobody who's on our
absolutely.
Patreon though, because they're awesome.
Throwing a knife in the middle of two people fighting is hilarious.
Says the man who
Christ,
does shit like that for fun.
It's like, you guys think you're fighting? Now it's a fight.
I did that to two of my students. They were wrestling, and I threw a knife in the middle of the floor, and then I started announcing what happened next live, like some kind of oldie-timey baseball announcer.
Joe is the book to our like Firefly cast here. You're really gonna have to tell us about your lives sometime. No, I really don't.
Does that mean Bob is Summer Glau?
Bob is our River Tam, yes.
Yes. Bob,
Well, that's what happens.
you're now the
Simon
hot
Tan.
chick who doesn't speak but occasionally just murders doll room.
Someone needs now to edit the scene in the
Sounds
first
about right.
episode where Simon opens up the big cargo piece that River comes out of, and instead of Summer Glau coming out, it's just Bob's head coming out and saying, "Hello, friends."
So we got one
You
from
could edit that
our
into any
guy
movie.
who kicked off showing us how the super chat thing works. Robert Oropeza, apologies on pronunciation. Will there be a Robert Bevan at the movies segment?
Well,
Endgame?
specifically,
Was that
Robert.
just Endgame?
You mean
y'all
the part where we make
Um,
Bob watch a movie he neither cares nor knows about?
Yeah, that felt like a pretty good
So
distillation.
Endgame.
Yeah, Endgame.
Like every at the movies, basically.
Every at the movie.
I feel like
Everyone.
every time I do an at the movies, I have to like step back for a week to just say, "The fuck did Drew do to me this time?"
Yeah, if y'all don't follow Authors and Dragons at the movies, I might pick a disproportionate amount of the content because I have the
Drew
most
loves
drive for
shitty
it.
movies better than anybody except maybe Joe Bob Briggs.
Drew likes
That's it.
great shitty movies.
Drew,
Yeah.
you're a taller Joe Bob Briggs.
I love passion projects. I don't know, something about a movie that like it might be dog shit, but you can just see everyone doing everything they can. I'm like, all right, I find joy in this.
This sparks joy.
Real quick, we have a couple of more donations I wanted to call out. We got $10 from Leslie Mann toward the Booze Run and Fun backgrounds. Thank you very much. $10 from Matthew Dodd for more beers for Joe. Let's see. Oh, wow. 2020 from Michael Smythe, the only good 2020 that I think we are all cognitively aware of. $5 from Daniel
Yeah.
Baumgartner, who said, let's rename this Authors and Daniels. I don't know. Keep it going. We'll talk.
Sure.
I mean, Daniels and Dragons has a nice.
Yeah,
Go
that
into
sounds
a
like you guys have a
dungeon, fight a
good...
Daniel.
Honestly, Daniel, I would say maybe keep that for yourself and start a podcast, because that sounds pretty cool.
Yeah. And Joe, from all these coming in for you, that room better be trashed by the end of the day.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I will.
Hope you're charting it, because
I
I'm
have some
sure the
means.
listeners are. And then we had
God
$2
damn.
from Tamara Grunewald, who asked, what episode have you been the drunkest during? Which I thought would be a fun one. And
God.
I mean, it has
You're
to be
asking
a
me to
power
remember
hour,
a
right?
lot.
Yeah, I would say the original Power Hour that we did that I don't think the tape
Oh,
survived
God.
of.
Oh,
But
it
That one in New
survived.
Orleans,
It was fucking unusable, but it survived.
that thing in New Orleans, I thought I was going to die.
Oh,
was pretty
wait,
sure.
were we on in New Orleans? But were we on an episode, or was that just Bourbon Street?
No.
We taped a Power Hour in the hotel room in New Orleans.
That was the one
When
where
Rick and I both drank like candy-ass beers and decided we were diabetic when we were done. It was the Wilfred Brimley episode.
And then we just lost Bob afterwards. No
Yeah,
matter
that
how
was-
many times we tried to find him.
Yes,
that was
that's
when we
when
learned the Bob
developed.
Batman thing. Oh, I forgot about
And
that.
that's when
I think my drunkest was probably at when I was visiting Steve.
Would that be Lord Farnsworth Butter Biscuit?
He had to punch me to wake me up.
Okay, that's pretty good. But there was one where you fell asleep during questions.
I remember that.
No, there have been several.
I was going to say, there's more than one where Bob was falling asleep during question.
There's one where I heard him snore.
Yeah, I think Steve had to edit snoring out at least.
I think the drunkest I've ever been was at Con Carolina's when I was during the Power Hour when I was just melting into the bed. That was not a live episode though. That was just a Power Hour we did.
Yeah.
I was not drunk,
New Orleans.
but yes, there was tiger butter involved in that.
We did. We taped that one, but it ended up looking like the footage from I don't know, some kind of found footage from a horror movie. It was just
Really
chaos.
drunken Cloverfield.
It was nightmare, hell dimension chaos. Event Horizon, that's the one I'm thinking of. Imagine Event Horizon, but much drunker.
The New Orleans one, we had like 10 people in there. Like we had guests, we had friends, we had a full house, and we were trying to record and get all the audio. It's like, no, this is just
That was the
fucking
night we
madness.
almost got thrown out of the hotel.
Yes, that's right.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah,
That-
very
I mean,
polite
that sounds
about
like
it.
an appropriate level of noise and ruckusry.
That was
Kudos
also
to
the
the
year I was the
hotels.
program director for the convention and almost got thrown out of our own hotel.
They were
I
very
remember
polite
what
about
was
it.
it wasn't the drunkest I've ever been, but for some reason this is bringing back memories of Ferret Jesus.
Oh,
Thanks. I
Mom?
really didn't need to
Make
remember
it-
that.
Well, since Joe has
That's the same
steered us off of
weekend.
that one, we will do a special call out to Matthew Thiessen, who threw in $25 for Joe's beer money, and also
God
would
damn.
ask for a fuck you, which 100%, yeah, you can get
Yeah,
that.
you have earned that.
Everyone?
Fuck you, man.
One,
Fuck
two,
you,
three.
Matthew.
1,
Fuck you.
2, 3.
Fuck you.
Fuck you,
Oh, sorry.
Matthew.
Fuck you.
Fuck
you.
you, Matthew.
There, we made it right.
And the
several
horse
fucks.
and the
Joe's up
horse
to
you
one
rode
beer
in
now.
on.
Yeah, I think I'm up to one. I think I'm up to one of the tall ones.
And
Well,
you know,
here's a less onerous question. Our friend Walter wants to know if our Falstaff friends will be joining us, John.
quite a few, actually, of our Falstaff friends will be joining us. Not to mention the fact that Steve is one of our Falstaff friends. I'm not pointing at my dick. For the record, the way these are lined up on my screen, Steve is at the bottom of this row. And
I'm not over here.
stop looking at my junk, Rick.
On
Goddamn.
my screen, you're pointing to me.
Oh,
Yeah, no, I
Rick.
see Rick right
that
below.
tickles. You guys, I'm gonna need a minute.
So what you guys are telling me is that in between the next two segments, I need to run to Tacoma Boys and pick up something good.
Or
Bad.
the gas station and literally 100 cans of
Oh
Beef
fuck,
Light.
that'll never get drunk. I don't drink
That'll
that
never
much.
get you drunk either, but
Yeah, but if I'm gonna be drinking, I want to be drinking something good, and we're up to I think one tall one now.
Drew.
Washington has like the best craft breweries ever, but like this shit's expensive.
what they have to pay for real estate in Washington.
Yes,
Truth. Yes,
Drew, our
North
friend
Carolina
Lisa,
has lots of craft breweries, and it's way cheaper. And you can tell.
friend Lisa wants to know where Villains Code audiobook is.
Well, if you would like to know up to the date, up to the, honestly, minute, faster, more than even social media, I would recommend you go to drewhaysnovels.com and click on the series status tab, where I have a full listing of every book, every series, where they are in production, where everything is in continuation, whether a series is done, whether it's going to be continued, when the next one is. As much as I know is on that page. I'll go ahead and tell you, just to save the question, Villains Code is currently it's at the editors. It will be later this year, hopefully, but again, it's a major book, so major books take long times for edits and everything. And then the audio version will probably be a few months behind, because I don't delay my releases, so as soon as it's ready, I give it to Tantor, but then they have to do all the production stuff. But if you ever want to know, drewhays.com or drewhaysnovels.com, series status. I keep everything up to date so that everybody can always know. I hate the feeling of wondering, and I don't make people deal with it, so it's always there if you need it.
That is actually a good idea. I might steal that. But in case, for those of you wondering, a Drew Hayes major release means it's about 17,000 pages long.
It's 300 plus thousand. It's second only to like it's around year 3 superpowers in size, so it's a big one.
Jesus Christ.
Our friend Rachel said something about loving gas station chicken, and
Oh,
remind me to at some point tell the story of pocket nuggets.
I've heard this story. It's really good.
Well, real quick before Joe does that, there's a bunch of donations I'd like to call out real quick, because we're
Holy shit.
trucking along. Yeah.
Nice.
$10 from Rachel Carr. Thank you very much. $5 from, or £5. I'm going to be honest with you, I don't recognize that currency symbol, but 5 somethings from Reese, who says, love the podcast from Scotland, finally get to attend a con this time. 20 from Aaron Kelly, who says, since you couldn't attend it or buy in person, we appreciate it. Thank you so much. Joe, you got $10 from Walter Pavlik for half a porter.
Half a porter. Okay, cool. I think just for that, I'll walk in and crack a porter in the store and see how they react to that.
Make sure you tape yourself.
We have 5 foreign currency dollars from Carrie Jane Major, who says Happy Con Day. I'm really gonna have to learn what this symbol is. It's probably pound, and honestly, I don't know. $20 from Caprice George, who says thank you. $5 from Slowman, who asks A&D homebrewed beer when? Joe, is that I feel like of any of us, maybe you're the closest kind of person to doing that.
I have 0 brewing experience, but my dad has done home brewing in the past, and I did tell him the next time he does it, he should include me in the process. So I suppose I could be like, Dad, Brew beer again.
My
I
wife
have a
has done
buddy.
wine. Has done
Go
wine.
One of my authors,
Indeed,
actually a
man.
couple of my authors, brew beer. I don't know. Keep donating if I come up with enough to bribe a Brit. Not Steve.
I would love to see Steve brewing beer in his apartment. I would pay money to watch that.
I've brewed beers from kits before, and I had one perfect run. Me and a friend drank it all Christmas Day, got through most of the barrel, and woke up the next day feeling absolutely fine. It was gorgeous. But then every other time I tried it, it tasted like shit. So
I have a buddy
Maybe
who
if
makes
you
his own
drank an
homebrews.
entire barrel
Well.
in one day, you would remember the shitty beer as being perfect too.
yeah.
Maybe.
So I said I'd tell the pocket nuggets story. A number of months ago, I was helping a friend move, and they were coming up from Portland, and I left home to drive over to where their new apartment was going to be, and I passed like a 76 gas station with a mini mart, and I just suddenly had this. I used to work for a newspaper, delivering paper bundles to like racks and everything, and that has a whole bunch of fucked up stories associated with it. But I used to get gas station chicken every morning around 6 a.m. Because I was hungry. And anyway, I'm driving past this 76 on the way to the apartment, and I look out the window, and my brain just goes like, oh fuck, I want some gas station chicken. I haven't had gas station chicken in years. I'm gonna go in and get some. And I go in there and I get like 4 chicken nuggets, and I get to the apartment, and 2 of my guys are there who had agreed to help. And as I get out of my car, I just rapidly I take the plastic bag the nuggets are in, and I stuff it in my hoodie pocket. And I'm walking up to them, and they are at that moment discussing classy food and classy food consumption and what they consider classless. And so as they are talking about this, I walk up, and I just they look at me, and I reach into my pocket, which they don't know has a plastic bag in it, and I just pull out a chicken nugget and start eating it. And they just stare at me for about 20 seconds, and I'm just like, I brought pocket nuggets. You guys want a pocket nugget? They're still warm.
Can anybody take you up on it?
Huh? Oh no, neither of them took me up on it. I just sat there and ate my fucking chicken nuggets, and they stared at me in horror.
Oh
that
my
was-
Well, Joe, since you brought up slamming down a bunch of protein, that feels like a good transition for our next donation question. Michaela donated $20 and asked, "Is this enough to request an author flex off?" I think $20 is absolutely enough to request an author flex off.
Yeah.
So
Do we do
why
that
don't
right
some of
now?
you start strutting the goods while I read a few more of these? There we go. Yeah, just start it
Okay,
off.
and-
Just shame us. Just shame us. There we go. $10 from Jeremy Snyder. More beer for Joe. No IPA allowed.
Oh,
Jesus
fuck
Christ.
IPA.
He's
You're
really
just
giving you
shaming the
goods.
fuck out of us here,
Yeah.
motherfucker.
I've
Let's see.
been doing nothing but push-ups. and
Fuck
quarantine.
all y'all. I win.
Oh,
let's
you got a
see.
fucking cat. Yeah,
You got a
do.
cat.
You can flex a cat. Oh, man.
I'll just show you my pussy.
Mine's less impressive if I'm not towering over everyone else. Let's see. I think $10 from Jeremy Snyder. More beer for Joe. No IPA allowed on this one. So
No,
I guess it's cider with that
IPA
one.
is cat piss. I'm not drinking IPA. I am a porter and stout guy.
there you go.
Wise.
All right.
I'm gonna drink
Tuna
liquid
Earl
bread.
sent in 20 and asked, "Will the amount of drunkenness be directly proportional to the amount donated? Please. Thanks for all the awesome content." I mean, we do have a power hour planned for later on, so I'm
Yeah.
not going to say it's not related. I'm going to say there's
I'd
a
like to
loose,
say
loose
that-
affiliation.
I would like to say that your donation dollars go a lot further if you're buying Bud Light for me.
Yeah, I was gonna say, the donation just bought about 6 truckloads for Bob.
We have $10 from Mark Wilcox, who says Drunk Joe is fun. Not going to disagree. Joe's fun in all his forms. And then $2 from Lee, who asks, how much do you need to get the good stuff? What does the good stuff cost around there in your fancy craft beer world?
It depends. Depends on what you're getting. I mean, if one of the big bottles can run between at least $4 or $5. Case. Well, they don't sell cases, but like I say, it wildly depends. It depends on the brewery. It depends on your best bang for your buck is usually going to one and getting a growler filled, but that takes more time than I've got between things. So
what is a growler? Because that means something very different where I'm from.
No. No, a growler is a large, glass jar like this big.
Okay.
I'm guessing that does mean something different.
Steve, just tell us.
What
is shit, right?
Scottish for vagina, mate.
Oh.
It's something totally different where Drew's from.
Yeah, I've heard drinking a growler shit. Like, I gotta take a growler, but I've not heard that one.
By Steve, I'd just like to say that by Steve's definition, drinking beer out of a growler ain't bad either.
Oh, you did it right. If you don't get that filled,
by mine, it's
knock yourself out.
I was gonna say, unless you're Ben Shapiro, in which case you have no idea what that means.
We got clarification from one of these. So, first off, John, we got $5 from Tamara Grunwald, who said this is for your cat. So, well done on the flex off. $5 for Bevan. Enjoy your quote-unquote beer. And then their buddy marks, not mine. £5 from Carrie Jane Major, who said, it's a pound sign, Drew. Have another beer, which I greatly appreciate. Clearly needed that. $20 from Stephanie Taylor, who asks, can we get a British insult from Steve?
Go fill up your growler with stout, apparently. I don't know.
I think we need one from Lord.
I gotta fill your growler with stout.
See, you do that around here, and people just go,
a growler on a growler.
The thing is, you say fill a growler up with stout, and people around here just go, okay. You don't know what you're agreeing to in British.
So yeah, it sounds normal in with American connotation, but in British it's very dirty. So that feels like a good British insult.
Yeah.
Let's see.
In Texas, it's even dirtier.
Oh, Bob. So Tony Cormier sent in $5 and said he's a home brewer, mostly mead, who's been trying to perfect recipes worthy to send to me based on Spell, Sword, and Stealth, and to you based on Stone Piss. So hopefully, good luck with that, Tony. We'd love to try those one day.
Is he trying to make it actually taste like stone piss? Because I'm scared.
I'm scared.
$10 from Michaela for she said she'd promised she'd buy Bob a Bud Light in Nashville. That was a lot of bees. Cheers.
There you go.
Thanks.
That's a lot of bees. Does that involve literally throwing a beehive at Bob?
I mean,
Probably.
what? Why not? People
That
pay
costs
for what
more.
they get. Yeah.
Put some wasps in your growler.
Hit me in the growler.
Oh God.
So should I upload photos of my beer run to the Facebook page?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, if you did the growler
okay.
thing, absolutely.
100%.
I'm not doing the growler, but
I'll try and find the one from our con a little while ago. We got another $20 from Lee Bertina for the beer. And we are starting to run up against our time for the welcome panel. As you guys saw, this is just a very loose, kind of fun one. We've got some more structured content coming throughout the weekend. We hope you all have been enjoying it. Thank you all
Structured
so
for
much.
us.
Yeah, structured.
Right. Authors and Dragons structured, not like San Diego Comic-Con structured.
yeah.
Absolutely. So
But they didn't have any fucking flex-offs with a cat, so piss on them.
And they definitely didn't have one where the cat won.
No. Beaten by
So,
a
yeah.
cat.
What is
An
our
overweight
next one?
cat,
Beaten by a
no
wet.
less.
So following this, folks, if you are watching on the Facebook, please remember to head over to the YouTube channel, which we should probably start including in the description of these, and we will post on the Facebook before the next one starts. But if you want to see the All Bad Cards guest panel, that will be on the YouTube at 1 CST. It will be available, so watch that for an hour, and then we will be back at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time with our special Adventure Rodeo, where it's us playing something different.
Yeah, we suck at a different game this week.
Yeah, we're varying things up, and not just because it would have been insanely hard to get everybody up to our high level of skill on World of Warcraft, and we just didn't want to, deal with dragging them around for all that.
Oh, I thought it was because Rick and I are too fucking cheap to sign up for World of Warcraft subscriptions.
That too.
I think it would. My computer is. My laptop is from 2015, and I'm pretty sure World of Warcraft, as it is now, would literally kill my computer.
So we have one real question here, which is probably good. Our friend Alexander asks, what are you guys looking for in reviews of your books?
5 stars and all, and starting off with everyone should buy this fucking
praise.
book.
Unconditional praise and the promise to tell your friends.
And plenty of them.
Yeah, lots of them.
Yeah, if you're going to post negative reviews, make them the kind of negative reviews that we would print out on a t-shirt.
Like the one I got. I got a review that someone said, great book, but the author is nuts.
Yeah.
Like that. Just like,
it made me moist in the growler.
Or like if you review one of these books that says 5 stars, author is really tall. That's a brilliant lead-in.
That's appropriate.
There was a bad review my friend got that it said instead of package of Little Smoky's sausages, package contained book, 1 star.
That's fair.
Yeah, in all fairness,
Yeah, I mean
that one would be interesting to read.
now I want sausages.
Let's see.
I'm gonna do a beer run after this.
Guys, we're gonna
donate
bail
for
a few
sausages
minutes because it's time for us to take a pee break. And we'll be back in about 10 minutes on the YouTube channel with All Bad Cards live. Well, not really live, but we were live when we recorded it. So
it was live at a point.
Recording.
It was live-ish.
And we'll be sure to throw a YouTube link onto our Facebook page. Probably maybe make it a comment on this video real quick, just so it's easy for everybody to click over. Oh, it's really weird when my thing phases out like that.
Yeah, the best part is that only part of your hand existed.
Now get over there or I'll come smack the reality out of you.
This is going to be good.
All right, y'all. Hope you enjoy Authors and Dragons 2020 Digicon. Thank y'all so much, and we'll see you over on the YouTube for All Bad Cards, and we'll back here at 2 for